Hello, I'm Amara Jones, and today is Tuesday, May 12th. This is Caffeine TV, your daily news brief, here to take you through 3 headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number of today is 10,356. That's the length of an article by veteran journalist Seymour Hersh, in which he alleges that everything that we've come to know as the truth about the killing of Osama Bin Laden is in fact a lie. And the article, which appears in the London Review of Books, reads like something right out of Scandal. Now, he says, contrary to the scenario laid out in that Oscar-winning film Zero Dark 30, in which a female CIA analyst tracks down Osama bin Laden by following one of his couriers back to his location, that instead he was being held by the Pakistani government for 5 years, and that a Pakistani official decided that he wanted to get the $25 million bounty on his head and then ratted him out to the American government, that the operation to get Osama bin Laden was never to capture him but to kill him, and that rather than being buried at sea, his body parts were strewn over a mountain range in Afghanistan. Now, the White House says that there's so much wrong with Hersh's article that they don't know where to start and that they won't comment. And many people have criticized Hersh for relying on one source for his entire article in order to make his case. But honestly, there's so much contradictory information between the official account and the Hersh account that whether or not to believe him comes down to a personal judgment call. But all of this just underscores that as the United States has been in 2 wars over the past 15 years in which unimaginable events have happened with great regularity, that separating fact from fiction is becoming harder and harder. The next number up today is 12:56, as in 12:56 in the afternoon yesterday. That's the time when George Zimmerman flagged down a police officer to say that he'd been shot in the face by Matthew Apperson, a person with whom he'd had a previous altercation last September, making this, depending on how you counted, George Zimmerman's 7th run-in with the law. Now, the shooting took place on a roadway in Lake Mary, Florida, near George Zimmerman's mother's house, just outside of Orlando. Apperson and Zimmerman spotted each other, gave chase one to the other. Apperson said that at some point Zimmerman began to wave around a gun and that Apperson fired at him through the passenger side, grazed him in the face. Apperson was taken into custody by the police, said it was self-defense, and was released later on with no charges. But one of my questions in all of this is, what do the jurors who failed to convict him for killing Trayvon Martin think in all of this after a string of incidents in which he has threatened the women in his life and their family members with shootings and had incidents involving guns, whether or not they truly believe that he killed a 17-year-old boy with Skittles and tea in self-defense. The last number of today is 4, as in 4 games. That's the length of the suspension of Patriots quarterback Tom Brady in the NFL season next year for his role in Deflategate. That was handed down by the NFL yesterday, along with $1 million fine for the team overall, the forfeiting of their first-round draft picks, and a suspension of the 2 equipment managers which helped Brady carry out the conspiracy. Now, the Patriots fans have reacted to all of this sourly. I guess that's to be expected, saying that the NFL didn't say that he had done anything wrong or hadn't proved it. They said that he, quote, probably, close quote, did something wrong. But that's actually the standard for the NFL in all of their investigations and penalties, probability versus 100% certainty. But as Bill Rhoden points out in the New York Times today, maybe the Patriots fans have a point in all of this. I mean, Ray Rice got only a 2-game suspension after knocking out his fiance cold, and in this no one was hurt, but instead Brady has received a 4-game suspension. But perhaps this actually points to a moral crisis, not only in the NFL but within us all. As long as our money and pride are on the line, sky's the limit.